I'm back with just a quick short little video that I thought I would film and just do an under the hood tour of my 2006 Land Rover LR3 4.4. I thought to myself, you know, there's probably guys out there that are getting their hands on these vehicles and open the hood and think, okay, well, what now? So, I know it exists because I see them on the forums all the time. So, hey, I'm not a mechanic, but I've had this car for 220,000 miles, and so I definitely know my way around under the hood. So, all right, without further ado, we're going to do this thing rapid fire. Some basic observations. This is where your battery is. There is a battery cover that I just took off for this, but it is hidden under here. Thing to know about the battery, well, battery's important. Important on every modern vehicle, but I will tell you, super important on the Rovers. Wouldn't classify this as a modern vehicle. It's a 2006, but super finicky if you don't have a great charging battery in it, okay? Just a little tip here. You can swap your battery out, you know, every 2 years if you like. But you could also invest in a battery charger that has a repair mode on it, and that actually has served me pretty well. Okay, right next to the battery is the battery junction box. That's what that looks like. Okay. You often find yourself, well, you don't often find yourself in here, but sometimes when you're trying to diagnose your air suspension and you want to disable your compressor, a lot of guys will pull this relay, which is R7, and so that's generally why you find yourself in here. This has been, you know, pretty low key for me. In other words, well, low key, I don't know what that means, but have not had to go in here too many times. Okay, I'll come back to that. This is your air box. Okay, underneath here is an air filter. Wish they had done some clips, but instead of the clips, they replaced the clips with 97 screws. So that's cool. One down there, a couple around the back. Take this off, keep your air filter nice and clean. I will tell you, this thing actually tucks around to right there. And make sure nothing's living in that, because it happened to me. Okay? All right, moving right along. This is your mass airflow sensor. It senses the air, just like it sounds. And this is your resonator. Resonator just basically reduces some of the pressure of air going into the engine. They have resonator delete kits for these, and I see some guys using them. I don't know. That's the only thought I have on that. The other thing to mention on this is these are prone to failure. These crack. They crack here. They crack underneath. And these are actually rubber, I don't know, they're gaskets or they're rubber connections, and they deteriorate over time, okay? So there's another video I have about lean codes. Check that out if you like, but just beware that these things do have a shelf life on them. You may want to consider replacing them for preventative maintenance, okay? This is your engine cover. It comes off. There are four little screws. They are 10 millimeter screws. I've taken them off just to move through this quickly. So that's how that comes off. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me put that on so I don't drop something back. This is the top of your engine. Let's go back over here. This is your electronic throttle body. They do get gunked up once in a while. Plenty of videos out there of people cleaning them up. It's probably time for me to clean mine up again, so I will film it when I get to it. This is the infamous bleeder valve. This is the high point of your coolant system, and it comes from the factory with a embarrassingly cheap piece of plastic that is known to fail, and I replaced mine with a piece that I found at the good old Home Depot. Okay, and it's served me just fine, and I don't know if that's brass or copper, but it's done well for me. Okay. Your oil filler neck. Yeah, you're like, okay, I know what that is. Do you? I know you do, but can you see that there is gasket material there? These are also prone to failure, so they can be replaced. but they do crack because they're plasticky. There's a couple of spots like that where you don't have like a full-blown vacuum leak, but you have a little leak, and then there's another little leak somewhere else. And I'll give you an example. Right here, there is a gasket on the throttle body, and it's not known to like cause a huge vacuum leak, but it is known to leak. So, you know, you have a little vacuum leak over there, a little leak over there. It does matter, okay? This is your fuel rail back here. This is where it ties into, well, let's just see here. If you were to do a fuel injector cleaner service at home, which I have, you would tap into the line right here. It's not that big of a deal. These are spark plug covers. That's an engine coil that you see right there. Boom. Spark plug holes and spark plugs. Same thing on the other side. This piece right here, this is the PCV valve, positive crankcase ventilation, and it takes some of the gases from the crankcase and reintroduces it to the intake manifold. So that is what that is, and it's about $30 to replace, and it's something that's certainly worth doing. Okay. Heat shield over here. This is your low pressure side for your HVAC system, and it's missing the cover, so I'm gonna have to replace that. And then your high side is over here. So if you do need to top off your what is this? R whatever it is, I forget what it is. It's R134A actually. Yeah, that's what it is. I cheated. But yeah, it's R134A. That's where that is. Your oil dipstick, hopefully you know what that is. And we have, this is not brake fluid, this is power steering fluid, your coolant reservoir, and your windshield wiper fluid. Okay. This is your your brake fluid under here. I will tell you that it's a nice little hidden corner of the engine. In other words, I've never had to go in there aside from just checking on my brake fluid. So I wouldn't concern yourself too much with that. And what else? I mean, I think that's it. That is, I went pretty fast, but I'm at 7 minutes and 47 seconds. I hope this was helpful, and do me a favor, and if you could like this video and subscribe, that would be super awesome. I'm just starting out my channel, and I've got some cool ideas to do some fun things with these Rovers. So anyway, that's it. Have a great night. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.